it seems like your boy Chuck Schumer, he's just doing bad right now, man. He's blaming the Republicans for everything that's going on with the shutdown, when in actuality it's his fault, man. Let me play the video. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
The government shutdown, and he's speaking out.
Now here is our very simple proposal to the Democrats. Let's sit down and come to a compromise and work it out. And you know what the Democrats' response to that is? Give us everything we want, or we're going to shut down the government and keep it shut down. That is not reasonable behavior. That's not how you do compromise in this town. That is the way that the Democrats have operated. They are trying to take a hostage, and we can't reward that behavior. If we do that, if we say, yes, of course, we'll give you everything that you want if you reopen the government, you know what's going to happen? In 3 months, they're going to come back to the administration, and they're again going to say, we're going to shut down the aviation industry. We're going to deny people SNAP benefits unless you give us exactly what you want. That's how a child behaves. That is not how a responsible governing party behaves in the United States of America. And let me make one final point, and then we'll cut out of this press conference. Look, I've been a little bit unfair, and I want to correct this, because when I say that Democrats have shut down the government, it's actually the far left side of the Democratic Party.
The blasting comes after 31 days of U.S. government shutdown led by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who refuses to reopen the government unless his list of unhinged demands are met, which will cost the government billions of dollars.
Well, this is all caused by the Democrats. They asked us to do something that's totally unreasonable. They never change. They want to give money away to illegally, people that entered our country illegally. They want to give them massive federal money. And we don't want to do that because it means everyone's going to just keep pouring back. Right now, we have absolutely perfect borders.
And things are going from bad to worse for Chuck Schumer, who is quickly losing the support of his own side, with members of the Democrats and the leftist media turning against him.
Well, I think it doesn't solve the health insurance problem, the premium problem. I think what's a very fair deal is open the government and let's just vote on extending these premiums for a year.
Makes
or
sense,
more.
right?
Well, I don't understand what's so hard about that. And
it's
by the
very
way,
simple.
Senator Thune has offered that, I believe. He said he offered up a vote that we can actually have a vote on extending these premiums. I think when put to it, you're going to see Democrat and Republicans, senators and congressmen and women want to vote for that. Why would you not want to vote to extend help with these tax credits, get premiums down for people? People are getting hurt right now in their pocketbooks. They're really need help. So why not give them some help?
And it's not only Democrat politicians turning against Schumer, but also the media, with the Washington Post editorial board also calling for the reopening of the government. They made a blunt statement saying it is wrong that the Democrats have held the government to hostage for a month. This comes after the usually left-leaning CNN's Jake Tapper blasted the shutdown.
Should the Democratic senators from New Mexico, your home state, vote to open the government so that these SNAP funds are not at risk?
Let me be clear. The administration is choosing to starve American children with money that they already have appropriated.
I'm not applauding their tactics.
By the White House.
Well,
this is a choice by the White House.
This is also, Congresswoman, this is also a choice by Senate Democrats to not vote to open the government. Yes, it is.
And it's not only the media calling out Schumer. Business leaders and industry have called on him to reopen the government for the sake of their employees.
The biggest way to ensure the safety, security, and reliability of our national air traffic control system is to pass a clean continuing resolution.
We are concerned that when our brothers and sisters in TSA and air traffic control are not receiving paychecks, that they're distracted and that they erode on the margin of safety that we rely on to go out and operate our aircraft and do our job safely as well.
Every day that they go to work, they have not only the weight of one of the most high consequence jobs in the entire world, now they're feeling, how do I pay for my gas? How do I put food on the table?
No one should have to work without being paid. Congress owes it to the American people to get this thing done, get a clean CR done, and get the government back open.
The CEO of United Airlines doubled down.
Let's just say this, man. Let me pause it for a minute. And I want to say this, man, before we carry on. We're sick and tired of the BS, man. Look, if I was y'all, I wouldn't even fly. Recreational or business, G. You know why? Because when people ain't getting paid, they let things slip through the cracks. That's why. On purpose. because you pay for service. This isn't no credit. This debit, goddammit. You only get what you pay for. You don't get no extra because it's a business, right? They'll fire you. You know, they're not giving away free money. So, and that's how a lot of people look at things. I've left jobs over that same reason. Man, you messed up one check, you got one more chance to mess up the next check. That money on there, I'm gone. Straight up. I know my value. And I'm not going to sit here and let my family starve while having to be here full time because how I'm going to work outside of this. Which means I'm going to have to get a second job or work Uber or Lyft or DoorDash or something. But guess who's taking those jobs? The illegals. Say I'm lying, G. I'm not lying. I get DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart, all delivered to my house. And guess what? None of them speak English. Because I meet them outside and I talk to them. I try to say something. They don't even know what I'm saying. So that being said, that they getting their money that way. So it's going to leave less jobs on the hand. They're going to probably they up there early getting that money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's how you got to get it. But at the end of the day, now you, as a government employee, cannot go out there and get money because it's being taken by other people that's, let's say, not supposed to be here that are getting money. And they've been doing it for a little bit now. But you need that opportunity that you cannot get, and the government is not here to save you. And why is that? Because the Democrats didn't want to pass a bill. They literally could have just let it pass, let everybody get their snaps, let everybody get their paycheck, and then froze it again. So then they can negotiate. At least people got paid, right? Or they could just negotiate, extend the credits and everything for another year and come back and talk to it on the table in about a year. Instead, they like, nope, we want what we want right now. If we don't get it, we're freezing the government. Everyone's going to suffer. All 42 million people that need SNAP benefits, including the elderly and poor people and the kids, they all going to suffer because you can't go to an agreement. But I bet if we took the money from out of their hands, you know what I thought? Even the senators and stuff that have voted on this, and this is just a certain mentality I'm thinking, even the senators that vote on this type of stuff, they still probably wouldn't care if they didn't get paid. You know why? Because they got under the table stock trades. Yeah, they got insider trading, which means they could just pull out their shares of stock that they've been insider trading with. That's why Nancy Pelosi is a 100 millionaire. Yeah, she has a lot of money. She's never made that much money in her life. They're all through investments of the stock market. Look, it's a clever game we're playing here. It's his fault game. No, it's a let's open the government game so everyone can get paid at least game. You see, and I'm gonna be honest, this is going to turn really bad on Democrats because I feel like, and I used to be Democratic myself, I actually voted for Biden. Yeah, when he went against Trump the first time, I actually voted for Biden. I couldn't do it again because I seen the threat to democracy due to Biden. I said, nope, I'm not doing it again. He's not the right one for it. I made a decision and I got to eat it. Now I'm looking at what's happening with the next guy. The next guy, Donald Trump, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Now they're blaming Trump for Trump ain't even got his hands on. You see the flaws? This man can end wars in Hamas, with Hamas in Israel and Gaza. This man can make billions of dollars from trade. He's shaking hands with Kim Jong-un. Putin has come to America. You get what I'm saying? All this could happen. Donate $500 million to HBCUs, all within the span of 9 months, actually, by the way. And then he's still the villain. He's still the villain. Explain that to me. I don't understand. And now he's the reason why your EBT is leaving. He is literally not the reason. It's not even in his hands right now. Like, literally, it's not even in Trump's hands at all. So that's how I know a lot of people are uneducated and they just go with this left agenda. Unfortunately, the people that believe this are more uneducated to me than ever. That's why I can't really listen to them because they don't know what they're looking for. They don't even know what's the problem. They're too strung up in their ways of being on the left side that they can't even open their eyes and see that they're being finessed. How don't you know someone's stealing right out your pocket? You're looking right them in the eye. It's crazy. And to say this, it's like, I'm literally seeing this stuff. Like, there's no way I can live on with my life and think, oh, man, these people are great people. No, these people are finessers, manipulators. They're code switchers. They go whatever side feeds their agenda. And as soon as, say, the black people don't help for them, they're going to go to the Mexican people that's going to help for them. As soon as they don't go, they're going to go to the other people that's going to work for them. They turn to the side that's going to help them the most. Yes. Look, I'm going to end it like this. It's very simple. Open the government back up. It's that simple, bro. And I'm not a government employee, but I know government employees. I know people that work in the government. I know people with EBT. And it's going to hurt them on the 1st, which is tomorrow. It's going to hurt them on the 1st when they realize that they can't get their benefits. And then you're going to blame who is really at fault. Because everyone's playing this tit for tat game until you're broke. You know one thing that makes people turn into realization? There's 2 things. I'll tell you 2 things that I read in this book called How to Outwit the Devil. I think it's by Napoleon Hill. And he stated in the book, basically, the devil at the time is 2 things that make people change their opinions about things. It's when they're going through bad health, crucially bad health, and they're poor, super poor to the point where they cannot help themselves. And then they're sick to the point where they literally cannot help themselves. So I think what's going to happen, this was my prediction, a savage prediction. Let me give you a savage prediction on top of your dome top. Let's go. I believe that the Democrats that realize that the EBT is being taken from them, they're going to come to a realization that the Democrats that you always thought about and lived with and always raised with, they're not going to help you. They're going to leave you to die while blaming the opposition. I'll be honest, probably more conservative people, they're probably middle class. They probably got money. They're not worried about EBT, but they want the government open because they want their government employees to get paid. But then that doesn't even count for like the 40-something million people, that have EBT. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, man, y'all about to watch who y'all vote for, man. Y'all on the wrong side of history. And before y'all get y'all history back, bro, it's going to be a cold day in here, man. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. I hope they open this government soon, probably before the 1st. If not, bro, y'all not getting that EBT, G. And you better hope it ain't no processing time because it might take some time to get it after they do approve it. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. I don't care if you're biased or not. Tell me what you think in the comments section because at the end of the day, we know who's at fault here. So, that being said, I need you guys to comment that in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this situation. That being said, I also want you to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go. Peace.